Yo, what is good, everybody? Dust4Kicks here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a real versus fake on the Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Let's go ahead and check them out. Alright, so the left is going to be the rep pair from Eva Sneaker. Information right here on the screen if you wanted to check her out. Right is going to be the retail pair. Now at first glance, they're pretty similar, but there are some key differences, just the box alone, to kind of let you know which one is rep, which one is retail. First thing you can see, the boxes are lined up pretty good back here on the bottom, but on the top, the retail is about an inch larger in length. It is also a bit larger in width, because if you look this way, there is a little bit hanging off as far as retail goes. So size is the first thing, but obviously if you don't have them side by side, it is kind of hard to tell. Next thing I want to talk about are these little sales stickers here on the boxes. Now you'll see on the retail pair here on the right, it is significantly smaller than the sale tag on the reps. The reps are just a little too big, and they're placed differently, but retail could vary as far as that goes just because it is someone handmade placing it. But the fact that it is bigger is something different. Next, we'll take a look at the receipts. Now you'll see on the left is the rep pair, the retail pair is the one on the right. Now, it is significantly just like the box, a little bit bigger, except this time it's reversed. So the rep one is a little bit bigger than the retail receipt. You can see that the font is also just a bit thicker on the rep compared to the retail. You can also see the invoice and the number up here is just a little bit different of a color. It looks more like a faded green almost, and this is more of a bold black. Same goes for Sandy Bros up here and Sandy Bros up here. It's more of an almost orange red right here on the rep, and then the retail is more of a faded kind of like a pink red. Another detail is the rep came with a green receipt on the back of the yellow one, and on my retail pair from Sneakers, I did not get any other extra receipt on the back of this one. Maybe that's just me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's supposed to come with the green one. Okay, next we have the vintage ad newspaper that came in the box. Now you'll see on the left, once again, size-wise, the retail is taller than the rep that's on the left, retail again on the right. You can also see that the print is just a bit different. As far as color-wise goes, you can see this one is a little too white. This one is more of an old vintage black and white, black and gray kind of newspaper. So that is something you can definitely look at to tell which one is rep and which one is retail. As far as accessories go, while retail does come with black and white laces, the rep pair came with the white that were in them, black, and also red. Retail pair will not have red laces. Okay, so getting into the actual shoes, rep pair being on the left, retail pair being on the right. First thing we're going to check out is the ankle collars. You'll see on the retail pair, it is more weathered and has that more vintage effect. You can see the crackle and it is more apparent. On the rep pair, it is less apparent. You can barely see the crackle. From far away, it just looks like a normal Chicago. Same goes for the little hit right here below the Wings logo. Now I will say that this is something that changes from shoe to shoe, but for the most part, it will look more cracked like this. Wings logo, the placement is correct and the embossing or press is correct as well, so that is not something you can really say to pinpoint which one is real or fake. As far as the swooshes go, they look pretty identical. I will say that the retail pair is supposed to be a little bigger than the normal swooshes that we see on Jordan 1s that we're used to, and this one is slightly smaller. But unless you have them side by side, it is incredibly difficult to tell. Next, we're going to move on to the side panels. Now on the left pair, the rep pair, it is more weathered. It is more apparent that it is cracked, and you can see it a lot easier on that pair. Now when it comes to the retail pair, it is less cracked and less apparent. Unless you're up close, once again, it is kind of hard to tell. Now, just like the aged collar effect for the collars in the hit here, that does vary from shoe to shoe, so not something you can really use to pinpoint. Checking out the midsole pattern, the real pair on the right has a little more detail than the rep pair on the left. Once again, unless side by side, really hard to tell. You can also see right there, if you match up the color, the rep pair on the left is slightly more cherry red. I want to say it's more of the 2015 Chicago red than the more vibrant varsity red on the right, the retail pair. Coming over the outsoles, the left one being retail, right one being the rep. You can see the rep is a little more aged and vintage looking than the retail pair. Now, once again, this is something that does change from shoe to shoe, so not something you can really look at to tell which one is real and which one is fake. Coming over to the toe box, left pair being the retail, right pair being the rep. Now you can see it came factory laced with the black and the white for the retail. Rep only has the white. That is a big indicator if they didn't relace it to tell you which one is real, which one is fake. Now as far as the toe box goes, this is again with that aged effect. They can't get every pair the same. The vintage and the wear, the crackle will be something that varies. On these two pairs right here, the retail and the rep, it is pretty close and similar. Moving up to the tongues, left once again being retail, right being rep, you will see that the rep is a little more of a peachy orange than the retail, which is more of almost a peachy cream. It is very close in color, but not quite there. Tongue tag, you'll see they are both, I want to say identical. They're the same red, and it looks like the embroidery is pretty spot on. All right, now the inside of the shoe, left being the rep pair, right being the retail. Obviously, these are left and right shoe, so it is a little different as far as the insole goes for the placement and arrangement, but they are both white insoles with Nike Air and the swoosh, and it looks like the same color red. Now, you will see that the rep pair came with this cardboard insert. That is not what retail comes with. Retail just comes with this little white paper. Once again, you'll see that the laces come stocked like this with the black and white, and the rep was just the white one. Come over to the back side, left being rep, right being the retail pair. Once again, you still see the ankle collar is a little more weathered on the right one, which is the retail, than the left one, which is the rep. Size wise, the rep is a little taller than the retail pair. That is usually how it goes with Jordan 1 highs. Not sure why that is a thing, but they are usually slightly taller. Finishing it up on the medial side, left is real, right is rep. Ankle collar and hits right there. Once again, more weathered on the retail than on the rep. Something that did change, however, is this time on the medial side, the side panel right here on the retail is a little bit more weathered than it was on the other side. As far as the rep pair goes, it is less weathered than it was on the lateral side. So once again, that is something that does change from pair to pair, retail and rep. Okay, so for one of the earlier batches, these aren't half bad. There's a few minor differences between these and retail, but honestly, unless you have them side by side with the retail pair, it is pretty hard to call these out. Now, because of the Nike and Jordan QC and quality issues with the lost and found retails, these are really all over the board. The crackling is different from pair to pair as far as the side panels go, the ankle collars, the hits, even the outsole is different on so many pairs that it really is hard to tell which one is a retail authentic and which one is a rep, a fake pair. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Is the Jordan 1 Lost and Found the 2022 sneaker of the year, or are you going with something else? Just like always, I really appreciate you guys coming over to the channel and hanging out for a bit. Till next time, I'm Justin for Kicks. Peace.